is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Hey guys, I need to talk to you about something very serious. Oh, and actually,
Sounds serious.
It is very serious.
Hey guys.
I just want to know what you might do in this situation, and really, it's about boundaries within a relationship. Fitzy, I kind of know what you're going to say, but I just you're always the red the herring.
The red
is that what you would call it? The red herring?
Oh,
Or
he's more of a pufferfish, I'd say.
That's a bit rude. More of a sailfish, like slender, fast, yet dangerous and exciting.
Okay, moving on. The headline is this: my husband likes sleepovers with his best friend. I feel uneasy.
Oh, I just hate the word sleepover.
Well, sleepover suggests a level of intimacy, doesn't
No,
it?
it doesn't. I would think sleepover is trying to make it quite casual, like you had sleepovers when you were a kid. The thing is, the husband's best friend is a female, and a female that he used to go to school with.
Oh, no way.
Okay, get involved here, guys. This woman, they are married. She just cannot shake these suspicions. Her husband is always texting this
weird.
old school pal.
Yeah.
Often he spends the day with her, and now it has progressed into sometimes staying overnight. I don't know how he excuses that, whether it's I've had a few too many drinks, it's better to stay over than to drink drive, of course, but she just doesn't know what to say.
Does she get invited to these?
No, because what happened was they had a school reunion after
Yes.
a very long time. He had obviously lost touch with his friend.
Yep.
I don't know if they dated at high school, but a female friend at school. They were very close, and now his excuse to the new wife is, we're kind of just making up for lost time. It's been so nice to reconnect.
Yeah, but
it reminds me of my childhood. She was always such a good friend, and is developing into another great friend now. And the worst part of this story, I think, is that when the wife says, look, I can't shake it. I don't like this. He calls her silly. And see, I don't like
Do you
that,
mean
because
when you
she's
say-
allowed to feel the way she feels. Don't say she's silly for having these feelings, because I think anyone would.
Yeah, feelings are right. Can I ask some questions here? Because when you say sleepover, to me that means same bed. Now, Tommy and I have shared
That's
a bed.
what I mean. That's sharing a bed.
No, I don't think it is.
Tommy and I have shared a bed.
Yeah, in New Zealand, in Queenstown.
And I don't really have an issue with that.
Yeah.
If you're saying sleepover, staying at someone's house, I wouldn't care if you stayed over at my house, but I wouldn't share a bed with you.
Yeah, but if I stayed at your house,
You'd stay in another bed.
Yeah, and Lisa and the kids would be there.
Yeah, it wouldn't
like,
matter.
I'm not just coming out. No, I know.
What?
But what I'm saying is, there's no. Do you know what I mean? But there would be no reason for that to happen. It just wouldn't be appropriate.
If
of
we started
course not.
showering separately, would be a good start.
Well, I don't. How do you get to a point where you go over to someone's house for drinks and then you go, oh, I've had too many? Can't you get an Uber home or a taxi home? You don't have to stay over.
No, I agree.
But I'm trying to think, in your world, I might have one or two girlfriends that Lisa wouldn't care if I slept next to in a bed.
I've slept with male friends in a bed.
I wouldn't even put myself in that position. You've
No.
got other options.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm just talking about the hypothetical. If you had to share a bed, would Lisa actually care?
I think she
I
would,
don't think
mate.
she would.
I think she would.
Have you ever slept with a different woman in like a friend in the bed?
Absolutely no chance.
No, I knew
I
you
would feel
wouldn't.
uncomfortable.
Depends who it was. I mean, I've got friends that
Like
I've had
who?
from kindergarten.
Who's a-
Eliza would be a great example.
Yeah, but
very old friend of mine.
When are you
Yeah.
ever going
It's
to be
a
in a
hypothetical,
situation?
Ryan.
Right. So there's
Stop
no
asking
other beds in the world. There's-
It's a hypothetical.
Yeah, but
We're
it would
saying
never happen.
Oh, you're missing it.
I think
you're missing
you've
it
got.
by
No,
that much.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but let's just say you had to explain it to Lisa.
Yeah.
You don't think she would feel uncomfortable
no, I
at
don't
all?
think so.
Okay, well, you keep thinking then.
No, I don't think she'd really care. It'd be the same as Tom. I mean, when we woke up spooning Tom, I was...
Well, I couldn't sleep that night because you're snoring.
Well, Tom
kept me
had-
awake all
Well, you've
night.
also-
Tom just had a T-shirt on and nothing else.
Oh, my gosh. It was a Lakers top. He was a big Kobe Bryant fan.
Happening here.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Look, guys, after we had such a success with our singles ball, so it's got me thinking about relationships and the amount of people who are reaching out, maybe hoping that they're single. And it could be that they have finally paid attention to the red flags within the relationship.
Okay.
Do you want me to get to some of these red flags? I mean, I know we don't have long, but I want to say that, and this is talking from a woman's point of view about her boyfriend, but it could work vice versa.
Yep.
So I'm not like,
Don't worry about
I'm
that
not
stuff. Doesn't need
man-hating
that
or
stuff.
whatever. But sometimes the red flags can show up within a relationship when you're with somebody who might have incredibly low self-esteem, and that is awful for them, but in turn, it kind of comes back on you, and you end up having to deal with it and not address your own needs. So when someone says to you a lot, maybe, you're too good for me. You're too good for me. So what that does is that there's an imbalance of power, and then you have to spend a lot of your time reassuring them.
Oh, God, I'd never say that.
But what? You're too good for me. To any,
You say to Lisa, I'm too good for you.
I'm too good for you, and you're lucky that you get to spend this amount of
God.
time with me.
Is
I don't
she
care
what?
what people think is another one, but I think that's across the board. You know, when people are overly confident,
Yep.
I don't care. People who say they don't care what people think quite often care the most.
Yeah, it's up there with.
What's wrong? It's just the truth. I just said the truth.
Well, funny you should say that, because I'm
Is
just
there?
being honest.
I'm just being honest.
Which
Well,
means
it's offensive.
Well, it means I'm allowed to say whatever I want. I don't have to be responsible for what I'm saying, because I'm doing you a favour by just being honest, guys.
It's exactly the same as starting a sentence. I'm not racist, but...
Yes.
Yeah.
Or what about I'm sorry, but I love the old apology. I'm really, really sorry. But if you weren't such a... I
Idiot.
wouldn't have to act this way.
And then often it finishes with Kate. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I want you now to agree with me
Yeah.
about what I've just said about you.
The art of the conversation.
I love it. There's a few others. I was joking. It's not a big deal. You're too sensitive. I'm not perfect. Basically, I think they're all just a cover for excusing a bit of bad behaviour.
I do a lot of I'm not perfect.
Do you?
Yeah, and that's why we talk about the theory of back the 80. 80% is good enough. It's never going to be 100. Don't expect 100, but take 80. Every time back the 80.
Oh, Lisa's at 60 at the moment. She's on 60.
She
What a
fell
lucky
back
lady.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I do have a little relationship chat for you, and this could be handy because, there are big arguments within relationships, and then there are the little ones, and some might say the little ones are the ones that are kind of, they needle in.
How does a frog start, Kate? As a tadpole.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. How do you
Fits.
eat an elephant? One mouthful at a time. Little bits make
I wouldn't
big...
ever eat an elephant.
Well, you shouldn't. They shouldn't be hunted or drugged.
Absolutely, none of that stuff. There's a guy on TikTok. He's just gone. He's so popular, and he's a therapist from Oregon, and he's a viral sensation. They are saying he has detailed the silly issues that can lead to a breakup. So don't pass them off as silly. Like actually give them the time.
They mean something.
But break them down, because they can end up poisoning a relationship. And I have to say, social media has a lot to answer for in this day and age when it
tell me
comes to
about it.
dating and trying to keep a relationship together. But my favourite one, and please let us know 13 24 10 if this is a massive cause of friction in your relationship, is one of the 3 silly fights that you can have with your partner that can lead to the breakdown, is that when you agree to watch a TV show with your partner, like you commit to, the season 2 of Hacks.
Baby deer or baby deering. What's
Dear baby.
Yeah,
Dear
but baby
Baby
deer, that's
donkey.
it.
Baby reindeer,
Baby reindeer.
Succession, like all of these big ones you've committed. It's like you have a connection. It's date night, and then what you do is you throw caution to the wind and you think, I'm just going to watch a bit of this on my own. I can't wait to see what happens with, X, Y, and Z.
BJ is a fiend for this. Absolute fiend.
Dump her.
Oh, mate,
What, doing
we'll
the
start-
sneaky watching?
We'll start. I mean, Peaky Blinders. We started, and then she's already a season in front of me. Like it's really disappointing.
Well,
because,
that's the thing, Fitzy. Don't you feel a lack of connection then? Because it feels as though the thing that it was your
You bond
moment on
over.
the couch at 9 o'clock every night. The kids are in bed.
Yeah.
And in
Are
some
you-
relationships, that's that's all there is, like on
We're
a
finding it-
day-to-day level.
Are you finding it harder to pick a movie together as well? Like back in the day, we used to love that process of going through a thriller. I feel like the genre of a thriller tonight.
Yeah.
Let's Google thriller movies best,
No
and
wonder
then
you
see
guys are
what
good.
comes
And
up.
then you don't watch anything and you have an argument. I'll tell you this for free. Stay tuned. Oh, the amount of arguments I have had about the movie choice, where in the end, and it's what's so disappointing about it is that it shows your lack of ability to solve these small problems in a relationship because you keep making the same mistakes over and over. You pretend that you're choosing together. They want to watch something that you don't want to watch. You crack because you're not going to watch that.
Yep.
And I know in my head, I don't just see it as the movie. I spiral into we're just not even suited. We don't have the same. We don't have the same interests.
It's a TV show.
I'm going out with a moron.
Oh, my God. Tom and I
just-
started watching Emily in Paris together, and then episode 3 he cheated on me.
Yeah.
And I've never been the same.
Went way
Kate,
ahead.
Yes.
Just to get a bit of an idea of your taste, favourite movie. I've never asked you this, but what is your favourite movie of all time?
Furiosa. I know.
Mad Max.
Do you have one?
I do. Remains of the Day. Anthony Hopkins, Emma Thompson.
I love that film.
Interesting.
It's-
Wowzers.
Sean, what's the ongoing war you've got with your partner, buddy?
So it is it's the series. We started watching Baby Reindeer together.
Yeah.
Watched episode 1. Then my partner had a day off sick and binged the entire series without
Cheated on
me.
you.
Entire
She cheated.
series.
There she was, sick on the couch.
Not just
Yeah.
one episode, Sean. The entire series.
The entire series. So yesterday I did the opposite with one of another series and got them back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really mature of you, Sean.
Good on you, Sean. Well done, buddy.
Thanks.
Well, you should. You need to make that phone. You need to make a phone call.
Yeah, you do. To the divorce lawyer, Sean. That's it. Cactus, it's over.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I love these studies
Yeah.
that
What do you got?
are done on the workplace. This new study, there's always these things, oh, you've got to watch out for this in the workplace. Well, apparently there's a term, and give us a call if you want to dob somebody in your workplace who was a bit like this. A busy bragger, they're called.
The office bragger.
No. You mean no, you're confused. You think I'm saying a busy bragger, meaning somebody is so busy bragging.
Yeah.
What, like about their new girlfriend?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
No, you need to listen. This is not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Busy bragging is like, I am so busy.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
I'm snowed under.
This,
How is
this
how
like
is
a
your night?
humble brag? Similar to a humble brag? No?
I don't think it is humble at all.
No.
It's almost, I'm going to use the word martyr. Like, I even think you have a busy bragger. It's not always in the workplace. It could be at home. It's the person that does the most homework, housework. Oh, how was your day? Oh.
Do you know
Well, if I just had 5 minutes to myself, well, then maybe, I can't do it all.
I think we're all guilty of this, but towards the end of the year, when you've got a lot of things on leading up to the end of the year and you're like, oh man, I'm just creatively, I'm gone.
I'm cooked.
I'm so busy at the moment. There's so many things on and I just can't concentrate on work. I find that I do that at the end of the year leading into the Christmas break.
But I think that's also just a part of conversation come the end of the year. It becomes part of the dialogue, like, how are you going? Oh, well,
if I could fit that in.
just so glad that Christmas is around the corner.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I need a holiday from the holiday.
But some people brag about being so busy early in the year to the point where you avoid even asking them, how was their afternoon? Or, well, once I'd done this, once I'd done that. And I think people do it because they think that it makes them appear more professional, more busy, and a really good employee. But the study suggests that in actual fact it does the opposite. It's like, well, if you can't cope with this, or if you were working that hard, you wouldn't have as much time to stand in the kitchen and brag about how snowed under you are.
Can we go to Jason? You had a busy bragger at work, Jace.
Morning, guys. So we worked in a direct marketing company, and a guy he was a good salesperson, but he used to let everyone know about it. And he did it so much that the boss had enough, and he got fired for it.
For being so busy.
Too busy bragging.
It was even on a good Saturday night where he'd pick up, he'd let us all know about it.
I hate those crew.
So
that's painful, Jace.
Boss got sick of it and let him go. It's like, mate, I've got to let you go.
You're a pain in the bum. Thanks, Jace.
Do you think that people talk about this kind of thing though, because they have this, like, they want to connect, but they have a lack of communication skills, so they go to the really obvious, like, yes, I'm really busy, yes, the weather's good or bad.
Yeah, and I'm tired.
You know what I mean?
Can't believe it's May already.
Yeah, my goodness, Christmas will be here in a minute.
Taylor, what's your story?
Hi guys, how you going?
Good.
I just rang through. I just think it's really funny when office people say that they're busy. I'm a nurse in accident and emergency.
Yes.
Yeah, Taylor, you're like, try to have a day where I'm working.
Oh, my God.
Mate, stop
Every
complaining.
single one of us is busy.
Yeah, that's right. You've dislocated your elbow, mate. Stop complaining. I am so flat out.
Yeah.
I've had so many patients today.
I think it's like when people who don't have children come to work and say that they couldn't sleep very well last night.
I'm tired.
I'm so tired.
Taylor, thank you for your call. You would be our busy bragger, Kate Ritchie.
Me?
Yeah, we
I'm
sit
not
in-
the busy bragger.
Well, hang on.
No, because I'm not a busy bragger. No, I'm not a busy bragger. I knew
Sounds
we'd
like
get to
it.
this part of the conversation
Did you?
because
Look at
because you know what? I'm quite private. I don't like come in and tell you all the things that I'm
No, but
doing.
what you do in that way, in attempt, is try and build interest because you won't share what you're actually doing. But then
so I've got you. You're hooked.
It'll be a promo meeting and it'll end and Kate will grab her bags and go, it's important, I must run.
No, I don't do that.
And then you
No, I
see
don't.
her and she doesn't even look as she walks through past the glass window because you know she's on a mission
Yeah,
to the
because you have
nest.
such a sad little life. You're wondering about where I'm rushing off to rather than focusing on your own.
We need
Tommy
to sort this out as a team, so let's have a meeting after the show, but I can't make it because I'm too busy.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to bring down the mood into something a little bit more relaxing now because my wife has just got home from a 3-day health retreat. Sort of more kind of like massage music, Jess. We got something to sort of...
You said Hawaiian.
Yeah, I did say
And
Hawaiian.
this is Hawaiian.
But this is sort of... Or the Beach Boys, the sun's out, you can always play it here at Nova. It's a great time to go away to a health retreat, just sort of during school holidays and stuff like that. So timing is everything. But she had a good time. She came back very relaxed, man. The vibe was so chilled at home. Because she went for bushwalks and stuff. Showed me a video of a trapdoor spider. That's cool.
Was there yoga and like sugar-free? You know, like no
sugar-free.
alcohol, no sugar.
Yeah, no phones either.
Yeah, no husbands, no children.
Stretching. A lot of stretching.
Yeah, a lot of stretching. She did this thing
Did you
last
do the
night.
quong? The quong.
she
What's the
wearing?
thing in the mornings where you?
Come quong? Oh, Tai Chi.
No, not Tai Chi. It's not Tai Chi. It's quong.
Is it Tai Bo
something.
with Billy Blanks?
No.
Quong Dong?
Yeah, quong. It's something like that.
Zumba? Did she do
No, it's
Zumba?
not Zumba.
It's called something else. It's really good, but you need to go and have a look to set your circadian rhythm. You need to go and look directly into the sun in the
Oh,
morning.
my God. What was
Any ice baths? Or
Yeah, she did a bit of ice
sort
bath, yeah.
Great, yeah.
Which was good. It was really tranquil for her. Well, I had 3 kids. It's really tranquil.
Oh, I saw they were being fed well. You did a bit
ate a bit, mate. Don't worry about that.
2-minute noodle action. 3 minute.
What's
I don't know what they
interesting,
are.
she came back and she said what was good, before she arrived, they booked her in for a massage. And she had what was called the Aloha massage. What? Because Lisa said, I don't know much about a Hawaiian massage or Aloha massage.
Well, she's also in a very similar marriage, a low bar massage.
Tom, that's not funny.
That was great.
That was not great.
Thumbs up.
Anyway,
Thumbs up. Thanks, Tom. Double.
Lisa said, is it sort of like a Reiki type massage where your hands hover and you feel for
With
different...
a rake?
No.
That would hurt.
No. And she said, well, it is energy based. So what I do is I rub different parts of your body, and through your glands I can tell where the negative energy is, and then I release
He
it.
was using his gland.
The negative energy is at home.
No? It's about 1,000 k's away.
I think they sing. I think at mine they sang. On top of other things, they sing.
They do
Yeah,
not.
they do.
Well, my temperature's rising.
Like relaxing music, or is it what do they sing?
I don't know
Hawaiian
what it was.
music.
I just was lying there going, this is...
Or turn all the lights on,
This is
T-Pain.
really awkward.
Yeah, she found it a little bit awkward. But what happened was...
Can you tell us
as
about the
girl
gland massage?
continued to massage the glands, right?
Which ones? Because you have a few in your body.
Yeah, I think there's sort of groin and
you've
under
got
the arm. And
Yeah.
sort of around...
3 on your chin there.
What's wrong?
So as she's massaging Lisa, she starts yelling out dates. 26th of February, 1982.
No, she
She starts yelling out 15th of March, 1996. And Lisa's saying, what are you doing? And she's saying, well, I'm identifying traumatic times. Without a word of a lie. So she's writing them down. She writes down 3 main dates because the negative energy that is being released has come from those times. And that negative energy has been stored in her body since that day.
One was your wedding anniversary, unfortunately.
Was it?
Well, you joke.
Oh, was it?
So the 3 dates that were written down for the most traumatic was July. It was like July 2016. And that was when she had some postnatal.
Yeah.
Then in 2023, there was her mum got sick, and that was recognised through negative energy as well. And you're right, it's September 2013 when we got married.
Tom and I we were there.
Yeah.
That was pretty traumatic day, to be honest with you.
Everyone was very traumatised.
So she had to work the negative energy from that time period out of my wife's glands. Her hands to the glands and out of the body. And I thought it was a good time. I thought the wedding was a celebration.
It would be a stressful time, though, wouldn't it? I mean, it shouldn't have been.
It should have been. I mean, I think I organised most of it. Or the wedding planner did. She just had to sort
Or the wedding planner. I did, or the wedding planner did.
Well, I had to
Didn't
do
you
the
have
wedding
75 people in your wedding party?
There were 12.
Fits in Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.